Okay. Let's continue. Hold on. Yeah, go. Last time on Insanity Play. So, what happened last time? Oh, right. Tentacles.
Who goes there? That nightmare again. I need a drink.
You still haven't learned it.
That is precisely why I'll find evidence.
Fine, do what you want. I'm just trying to reason with you.
Okay, just do system check. Yep, game and microphone coming in. Okay, let's go.
You're awake, Mr. Pierce. How do you feel?
I feel like I need a drink.
Did I sleep long?
The day is only starting. It's fine.
Oh, lovely morning. And I can talk to Bradley, but hold on. Character upgrade, yes, 3 points. So, you know what? Like on checking the forums on Steam a little bit. I don't think the points. Well, okay, my impression could be wrong, but it's at least from what I gathered, it seems like the points don't really matter unless they hit a new level. So I think I'll go for spot hidden. Why not? I would like a little bit of psychology, but of objects, but this is first time playing, so I don't even know what kind of skills I'm gonna need down the line, but I'm just going with my guts that psychology is more useful back when I was actually really trying to figure out the clues, and now things are starting to go a little more crazy, so I'm hoping so I'm kinda put psychology on the back burner and hope that doesn't come to bite me in the ass later on. Okay. So I can't talk to you yet, okay.
How's our fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
There are things I can't explain.
Tell us. What happened?
Talk to Bradley, talk to Golden. I'm going to a legend. Occultism. Object of occult. What happened?
I have flashbacks. They haunt me.
What did they do to you?
There was that Dr. Fuller and a nurse. Blood everywhere. My legs, the pain, I couldn't bear it. I was screaming. They injected me with something. I woke up at the Institute. Bradley was there.
And how you scared us. You seemed... demented.
You likely woke up during the anesthesia. No wonder those memories haunt you. What in God's name were they doing to you?
What happened afterwards?
When I woke up the second time, I was in a padded cell. That's where you found me, Doctor. After you released me, I got a good look at what's in store for the patients of the Riverside Institute. Hallucinogenic gas pumped into the cells. An infernal machine. Horrific medical experiments.
Impossible. Dr. Fuller would never do such a thing.
You should believe it, Ethan. What Mr. Pierce saw is precisely what I've been trying to prove. Did you discover anything else?
I met a Francis Sanders. Do you know him?
Of course, he's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
He knew Sarah Hawkins, and that's what killed him.
What? How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain it.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
I didn't see what, but something was there, with us.
Of what do you speak?
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins' visitor. He spoke of it like a living being.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here? This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
I don't agree. She deserves the truth.
But that truth may be biased. We don't know the bottom of it.
Yeah, we don't even know what's happening, so let's...
You're right. Without a plausible explanation for what I saw, let's not jump to conclusions.
That seems wise indeed.
This will affect your
Very
destiny.
well.
Ah, okay.
I'll go to see Francis's widow. Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death and Sarah Hawkins.
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
I'll do my best.
So that was something like character affinity or something.
Let us go now and learn the truth about what's happening on this island.
The other night's events are still confused in my head.
Damn it, I didn't get to talk to Bradley. Okay, just gonna go back a little bit. Like, how is he even alive? After what happened in the caverns? Oh, it's saved here. Oh well. So, okay. This is... wait. Oh, I can open it, okay. Study. Oh. I find it funny that this lamp burns oil really crazy, but this little Zippo lighter is just keep burning until eternity. Okay, I need alcohol. Probably not a good idea. Who put alcohol here anyway? Don't drink, don't have a drink. Isn't there an oil bottle upstairs? Okay. Leave? Hold on. oil bottle, hold on. This leaves oil. I'll go check this level first. Oh wait, it's all just see if it's. Oh, okay, so I don't really have a choice here. Oh well. The data goes to us in order to speak to this photo about the shambler. I just chose not to be so blunt. What did man mention before he died? Okay, let's see.
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders, I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may. However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
Well, well, look who's here. You know each other?
We met briefly. Time enough to iron out a few matters. The main thing is that we understood one another. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, Detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss Baker. This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me. May I inquire as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
Yesterday, I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings. Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died. How was he? Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
Psychology professional. Okay, psychology. Okay, let's go. Psychology.
What happened to your husband is terrible, Mrs. Sanders. But from what I saw, it was inevitable. The man I met yesterday had lost his reason. He suffers no longer, if you would allow me such a platitude.
Of course. Thank you for your kind words. Nobody in that hospital would have deigned to speak them to me. However, it will require more than that to soothe my mind. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes? Did you not do anything to help him?
Or to test eloquence. Okay, was in the true culprits folder. That I'm not entirely sure either. I don't want to risk. Okay, look. It wasn't me. Okay, let's go with that.
With all due respect, Mrs. Sanders, it was you who sent him to this asylum, not me.
How dare you? What was I supposed to do, Detective? Upon seeing such a brilliant mind disintegrate in this way, waking with a start every night with him shrieking in horror, petrified before this accursed painting, unable to look away, until he managed to gouge his eyes out with his own hands. I should have listened to Dr. Fuller, let him intern him months ago. If I am to be condemned, it is because I did not act sooner.
I'm not here to condemn you, Mrs. Sanders.
Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
May I ask you what Miss Baker is doing here? How do you know her?
My business with Miss Baker is private, Mr. Pierce.
But you do know what kind of business Miss Baker is in, don't you?
I am no fool. Please believe that much, at least.
How did you come to meet Sarah Hawkins?
We were the wealthiest and most influential families on Darkwater. Of course we would know each other. And when Charles returned from Europe with his sweet little artist, she and her sinister paintings were destined to catch my husband's eye. He bought many of her works over the last 5 years. They adorn his macabre gallery.
Did your husband talk to you about Sarah Hawkins' visitor? A shambler, to use his precise terms.
Well, you can imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The Shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
It is my only lead at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it...
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long.
Character points. Consult diary. Anything new? No.
Did she really care for him after all?
Dear Madam, I acknowledge the responsibility in which you demand the body of your deceased husband. But if I cannot agree to return at the moment as intern, you signed a discharge, allowing me to dispose as I see fit. Oh, interesting. Okay, I feel like that's gonna be important in a little while. What is this? Breviary of medicine. Gas gangrene to trench nephritis, in addition to a precise and detailed study, presents some avant-garde theories. Nice. Okay, medicine. 2 more points needed. Okay, 1 character point available. So I do have more conversations to hold. Let's go with... Okay. Okay, let's hold on to points for now. Oh, so that I can just use them when suddenly necessary. That must be painting of Irene, but really grotesque. Huh. He was an art collector, and he does have a macabre gallery, so I guess it's only expectable that he has disturbing paintings.
Let's see what this cylinder has to say once it's inserted in a phonograph.
Sanders, Session 1. Edison gold molded record. Ah. Cylinder. Okay, phonograph.
Irene, I made a mistake. I fear that it might be too late for me. Nobody should enter, except to burn everything. I never had the courage. Pay somebody to do it. He's inside my head. I see him behind my eyelids each time I shut my eyes. I can't take any more. I can't hold him back. Forgive me.
That accursed gallery. Those accursed paintings. That accursed Sarah.
Anything else? Oh, something here.
The day the Shambler came into the Sanders' lives.
Oh. Shambler. So that's the painting, huh? Oh, now I can reconstruct. Psychology. Oh shit.
Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close. Friends, even? A house of artists. A house of artists.
Oh, I can't leave here.
Sanders' accession register. He wrote beside the Shambler. Finally.
Fine.
What did Sarah Hawkins fear so much that she didn't want to sell the painting?
Oh. Okay.
He finally won. Was Sanders aware of his imminent doom?
Psychology.
She despises Sarah Hawkins, but it's the painting she truly hates. Why? She first refused to sell the painting. How did that make her feel?
Okay, so I may have to revoke my prior thought that psychology might not be all that important down the line. It seems very important.
The Shambler. I need to see it.
Oh, you sweet innocent child. Hey. Piano's still there? Okay. Huh?
A strange Amerindian pendant.
That's occult. Another point of occult. Nice. Whale and the Cod. Brief history of dark water. Past glory.
I could use one of those.
Francis, were they prescribed to Francis Sanders or to Irene?
Strange. For months, Sarah Hawkins refused to part with her painting, to finally give it away for nothing.
I beg you to give up all hope of owning this painting. If your friendship has any meaning, please spare me the weight of guilt. Architect of your fall, I beg you. Okay, forget the Shambler. So Sarah was aware of what her painting
Another
is.
volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
Oh. The strange dreams of the Reverend congregation having since their arrival. Some member began to speak of their vision as a messenger sent by God to the lost tribe. Oh, this is volume 3. Did I miss a volume 1 somewhere? Strength. What do you mean strength? That seems pretty open to me. There we go. Sanders Gallery. Oh, that's the key. Okay. Would you read the book? Yeah. There could be monsters and unknown creatures. This will affect your destiny. Holy shit. Came to believe that they exist. Okay. I'll leave that. I don't know if this is a different book from the Mythos, but is this a fucking Necronomicon? Autism. What are you looking at?
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective. Try not to make a habit of it.
I've got a lot of bad habits.
Some can be more fatal than others. What have you come looking for in this gallery?
Another painting by Sarah Hawkins. One connected to the horrors I've discovered on this island.
What a surprise. I'm listening.
There's more than that, Miss Baker.
So people have been talking behind my back. I was almost beginning to like you, Mr. Pierce. But it stays cat for you.
You knew the Sanders?
Irene is a friend of mine.
And you? What brings you to the Sanders home?
I'm here on business. Irene asked me to liquidate all these paintings. She doesn't intend to hang around here for long.
Why you?
Believe it or not, there aren't many collectors on Darkwater. It needs someone with a network and a means of transport to the mainland. A choice that comes down to Fitzroy and me. And I'm far more pleasant, wouldn't you say? Not now, sweetheart. I'd like to read this without some snoop looking over my shoulder. Go take a hike, Detective.
Okay. Can I retry the conversation tree?
That's twice you've stepped.
I've got a lot of bad.
Some can be more. What have you come?
Eloquent. I'm not sure.
I'm not here to cause trouble, if that's what's worrying you.
Worry me? Don't overestimate yourself. If the last beating wasn't enough for you, I can always give it another go. But as long as you keep out of my way, you're free to carry on with your visit.
All's fair in love and war, I suppose?
Not now, sweetheart.
Okay.
That's twice.
Another painting by Sarah Hawkins.
What a surprise.
All's fair in...
No. that choice just... that choice sounded like I was gonna elaborate on the discoveries, but...
That's twice you've... What have you...
I have a well-off client in Boston who heard about the death of Francis Sanders and wanted me to size up his estate before making an offer to his widow.
Perfect, Detective. The pretext, the body language, I would have bought it if it was the first time I'd seen your face. You're a good talker, Pierce. Your story will do for the moment.
There's more than that.
So people have been, but it's
You knew?
Irene is.
And you.
I'm here. She doesn't
Why?
believe it or a choice that.
Okay. Oh, this is for hiding. But Pierce isn't very good with good with claustrophobic areas.
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times. The public entrance to the gallery.
Oh, public entrance, okay. That's the Shambler, not going anywhere near it right now. Need to gather more.
The man transformed an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery. Why was he so interested in old weapons?
Another hide. The game giving me hiding areas, not exactly giving me a confidence here. Oh, and an oil bottle. Okay, this is starting to freak me out. Okay, give me a sec. Okay, I now have a little friend near me, so that I have a little friend right next to me, and resume. Oh, great. All of a sudden, we're playing Alien Isolation, I think.
What the hell was that?
3 available character points. That doesn't sound like the right thing to do, but sanity has been decreasing. Psychotic. Okay, I'm a little confused. What am I even supposed to be doing here? Okay, hold on. Am I supposed to escape? Okay, last checkpoint.
What the hell was that?
Oh, it can see me, okay.
What the hell was that? I can't even touch it. No way out. No choice. I must get rid of it.
of stuck, but there is the oil. Maybe just I have to use a lantern, probably. Man, I am so not used to these horror games. Okay, that's not the way to do it. But okay, so it isn't afraid of the light. But my god, what am I supposed to even do? God damn it. This is a new game, so there are no guides online either. Okay. Well, it gave me an oil refill, but what do I need to do? Like, I can't open the door. Does it have to be get rid of it? Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Okay, I need to check the clues again. No, that's not it. Inventory. Gain lamp, friends under cylinder. Knowledge. Anything here? Cult. Dimensional Shambler. Variety of food sources gives in a state of permanent starvation. On state of ready to travel to other dimensions or defeat on this heaven. Make sure you never weaken the veils of your dimension. Making this dangerous creature, so this happens will lay eyes on it for its being to anchor itself in dimension. A larger rib you open with its claws. Okay, so I can't look at it. Disappear tribe sleeping call. I mean, what can I even do? Like, inventory. With the inventory, I have like 2 light sources, cylinder, and a key. I mean, strength is pretty obviously not gonna matter here. ID. Okay. Sorry to abruptly end this, but I need to go look up some stuff. Probably gonna be here after I'm done looking it up, so